Hi, Jacob. Yes. Hello. 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 Nice. Nice. Mic on. Okay. Let me try. Okay. Yeah. It's so there'll be security thing at the bottom, and I think I have to click security. Uh, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I got that. So I'll just try sharing. So nice. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Also, yeah, I have a few questions. So one is, like, can I see? Oh, I'll see through the stream. I see. Uh, sounds good. Yeah, I can do that. And how do I join the stream? Like on YouTube, like, oh, it's on our channel. I see. Oh, cool, cool, perfect. Check it out. Cool. So, okay, this works. Sounds good. So let me join the stream. Let's see. DSC LSU. Oh, cool. Yeah, live stream. Yes. Oh, nice, nice. Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Yep. Sounds good. Also, there's a delay between the stream, so uh, just to let you know. So cool, cool, nice, cool, cool. All right, thanks. And the audience will be able to see me, right, when the time comes? Cool. All right, sounds good.
We should have like a beat drop, like synced up.
All right, and we should be live.
If I had more time.
The outro to JoJo's.
Let's go. Slide. Yeah, slideshow.
Hey. What's up, Soldier? Yeah.
How you doing, Duncan? All right, guys. So we'll just get started. This is the GDSC. This is probably our first event for this year, which is just an info session. As y'all all know, y'all are all first timers. So this is more of just to get your an idea of what the club's about, what we do, what are we trying to really accomplish here, you know? And then I like to put that quote. This is the main motto of the GDSC, which is bridging the gap between theory and practice. And that's because not everything you learn in the classrooms is what you're actually going to be applying in the industry. All right, so I'm gonna start off by introducing myself so y'all can get know who's talking to y'all. My name is Adam El-Kanufi. I'm the lead for the GDSC for this year. The previous lead was Rohan, and he graduated, and then I applied to get this spot, and I got it. And now I'm trying to make this club into something big and maybe something brighter than it's ever been. I'm a senior as well in software engineering. That's my concentration. I focus in back-end development and machine learning mostly. My goals are to hopefully one day apply my skills, my coding skills, and start a little startup company, by myself. My hobbies include game development, Valorant, chess, and fantasy football. And then I like to put that quote because it's a small quote, but it holds a lot of meaning in my opinion. All right, and just for the agenda for today, for this 40 minutes to an hour, we're going to be speaking with y'all. We're going to be talking about the GDSC, where we're from, who we are, our goals. You're going to meet the team that are standing next to me. We're going to talk to you about our upcoming events, workshops, social events, study jams, and a bunch of other stuff, especially the things y'all are interested in. We have a guest speaker too who's going to do a live coding demo for y'all that y'all can follow along on your laptop. And it's just going to be developing a very quick and simple app using Dart. And we'll speak more about what Dart is later. And then lastly, we'll have y'all join into our Google Swag raffle. So we have swag like t-shirts, Hydro Flask, and I'll get more into it later in this slide. But yeah, we're going to be doing raffle, and we're probably going to be doing that often because Google gives us a lot of swag to hand out. So I'm going to start off with what the GDSC is, and I want to explain it to y'all what it is exactly, right? So the GDSC stands for the Google Developer Student Club, and it's a university-based community group that brings together developers in that university to work on Google technologies. If y'all aren't aware, most of Google technologies are open sourced. Students with any major that have an interest in developing, they're welcome to join. So if you have a friend who's not even in computer science, there's nursing students that are part of the GDSC. They actually won, which we'll talk about later, the Google Solutions Challenge. It was 2 nursing students, and they won it. And they weren't even developers. And we're also here to let y'all expand your network. You'll meet other people, not just from LSU, but other universities. We'll have collaborations events with Texas A&M and other universities, even from out of the country possibly. And then y'all could see the other, this is the whole Google conglomerate of groups, right? The GDG is the older group, right? They're adults, actual developers out of school. That's us, the GDSC. Y'all might have heard of the Women Tech Makers as well. They have a club here. And then the Google Developer Experts group, which is people who are qualified and certified to not only teach, but to actually develop Google technologies. So our goals is, I'll go through it real quick, right? It's bridging the gap between theory and practice, which I kind of already explained that, and establishing a healthy community of tech enthusiasts at LSU and in the Baton Rouge area. And then also teaching you the essential industry skills that you need to further your career in tech. Click this. All right, so I'll talk about where we started. So this Google program started in India in 2016, and it was a huge success. A couple years later, they launched it all over, but especially in North America. In August 2019, Rohan Kadol started the GDSC chapter at LSU, and it was one of the earliest ones in North America. And then Rohan and Albert Vu, they led this club together for 3 years, and they had remarkable results hosting events and even having real Google developers like come talk. So this is where I want to get to the next point. Y'all are going to meet the people behind me, the people who are going to make all of this possible, our events, our workshops, and even this info session, you know. Without them, I can't do this on my own. So to start it off, I'll let y'all meet Nick, and you come up and talk, Nick.
Hey, what's up, guys? So my name's Nick Gendron. I'm the GDSC Vice President for GDSC at LSU. A little bit about me: I'm a senior majoring in computer science with a concentration in cloud computing and networking. I love everything about tech. I've been heavily into tech ever since I got my first computer back in 2011, which seems like ages ago and whatnot. Specifically within technology as a whole, my interests predominantly lie within network engineering, cybersecurity, and cloud engineering. This past summer, I worked at Chevron as a network engineering intern, and got a lot of great exposure to working on some of their OT process control networks. And I also got my CCNA this summer, which was a ton of work, but definitely paid off in the end. I learned a ton about networking, and it's great to have that knowledge, and I'm even able to apply it at my job here at LSU ITS, where I also work with the network engineering team. Outside of school, when I'm not working, when I'm not in class, I really enjoy hanging out with all my friends, my family, just spending time with the people I care about. I love listening to music, and I'm also really into the whole home automation scene and whatnot. So if anybody ever wants to sit down and talk smart home, come find me. Let's see, and we're going to turn it over to Isaiah next.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Isaiah. I am the GDSC secretary / event organizer here at LSU. A little about me is that I am a computer science senior with a software engineering concentration. But my favorite area of computer science is data science. But the thing is, I really didn't know that when I was a freshman and sophomore. But as I got to take classes here, I got to really find my passion in computer science, and I was able to find it. Fun fact is I interned at Goldman Sachs this past summer as a data engineering intern, and I also practiced for coding interviews like a lot. So I'm looking forward to hosting some workshops here to get people ready for, those coding interviews that are coming up. And yeah, that's me. I have an inspirational quote. It's really inspirational.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeffrey. I'm currently a junior at LSU, majoring in computer science. So this summer I entered at Amazon as a solutions architect, and I'll be joining AWS next year as a software engineer. I'm mainly in charge of the AI ML workshops with the GDSC club, and my hobbies include watching football, watching soccer in my spare time, preparing for coding interviews. And I'll let y'all meet Parimal next.
Hello everyone, I am Parimal. I'm a junior in computer science with a software engineering concentration. I'm currently working as a teaching assistant for some of the basic computer science courses, and I also worked as a web developer at the physics department in LSU in the past summer, and I did tutoring in Shell Tutorial Center for the last 1 year for some basic computer science and math courses. So what I'll be doing here in GDSC. So I will be leading workshops related to web development and Flutter. Nice to meet you all.
Hey, this is May. I have a chemical engineering major. I do not have too much technical background like those guys have, but I have a good starting point to learn. So I will be coordinating the Google Solution Challenge and also help with the AI machine learning workshop. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Olame Akim Muliri, and I'm the GDSC networking and cloud lead. So I'll be leading the Google Cloud workshop, and also to introduce myself, I'm a junior student majoring in computer science, and my concentration is in cybersecurity. And I'm also a junior student. And I'm a CompTIA Security Plus certified, and also a certified junior penetration tester when it comes to networking. So I'm also a Red Team fan when it comes to hacking, and when it comes also to hacking, my favorite things to do is network penetration testing, memory forensics, and also hardware hacking. Those gonna be my favorite. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? My name's Jacob Carter. I'm a junior here at LSU. I'm actually double majoring in computer science and electrical engineering. I have a software engineering concentration in computer science, and I'm minoring in math. So if you guys want to ever talk about math, I'm down. I'm passionate about software, robotics, and control systems. I like playing sports, both football and basketball. I play tuba for the LSU Tiger Marching Band. Let's go. And I also enjoy embroidering in my free time. I will be leading the MIT Missing Semester workshops, which we will get into later what exactly that entails, so stick around.
Hey everyone, my name is Adam Azmi. I am the GDSC marketing lead, so that means I'm going to be dealing with all of the social media platforms. I'm currently a sophomore in computer science, and I recently found a new love for computer science. My concentration is in software engineering. I love watching football, I love playing soccer, and I also am really into crypto. And my interests lie in software development and applications.
Thank you. Now this is Daniel. I'm gonna say his name correctly because I've butchered it in the past. It's Fiorillo, I think. He's our GDSC regional manager. He's like our liaison with Google. So anytime we want funding for events, or let's say like whenever we get to our workshops later on, we're gonna be doing like quick labs, Google Cloud workshops, which those are like paid platforms. You need to pay for that. And Google gives us funding. So he's our liaison. None of that would be possible without this guy right here. So you can follow him on Twitter or even on LinkedIn. If you're a member and you put that on your LinkedIn, he'll make sure to connect with you. All right. Don't you get this one?
So real quick, all of our leads that are going to be putting in all the work, making all these workshops possible, I just want to give a quick introduction to what we have coming up next for you. So this year at GDSC, we're really excited to be able to offer many different workshops. We all realize that computing and computer science as a whole is such a broad field. I mean, if you walked up to somebody and say, oh, I work in tech, I'm a computer science major, it doesn't tell you a whole lot once you kind of start to understand this industry a little bit. And we understand that. And some of the stuff that you learn in class, well, yes, it's directly applicable to most of this stuff. We want to help all of you help find your niche within this huge field of technology as a whole. So in order to do that, we're going to have several different workshops that we're going to start off with this semester and continue with for the rest of this year. So some of the workshops that we are going to begin starting with is going to be app development with Flutter, AI and machine learning workshops with TensorFlow, of course the Google Cloud platform and doing Google Cloud study jams. We're also going to have the MIT Missing Semester workshops, and in addition to that, we're going to have industry skills and group study sessions workshops. And this will be great to help you guys network amongst yourselves within the club, learn a bit more from people that might be a little bit more ahead of you, whether that's in school, in their career, and kind of have a great possibility for us to start mentoring each other while we're all here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to, I believe it's Lee for the Google Solutions Challenge, and she's going to go ahead and give you guys an intro to that.
Hey, so everyone is wondering what is a Google Solution Challenge? Well, Google Solution Challenge is actually one of the best ways to strengthen our technical skills, build teamwork, and win prizes. It's also a low-hanging fruit for college students to get a world-recognized prize. The mission of the 2022 Google Solution Challenge is to solve the United Nations Sustainable Challenge Goals, Sustainable Development Goals using the Google technology. You can use the QR code to get to the challenge detail. Let us get a flavor of the winning proposal by the 3 winning projects this year, shall we? The first one is the Leap Reading app for the disabled minority, contributing to personalized education. The second one is a fitness app that encourages picking up garbage while jogging. It also socializes sports and environmental protection through their user network. Finally, they have an app provide young girls with menstrual education and resources. In these winning solutions, teams use TensorFlow to train their machine learning models, use Flutter to construct their app, apply the Google Map location library to identify user pathways, and use Fairwork to organize teamwork and reduce backend development time. No worries if you have never heard any of these technologies. Our workshop will provide all the tools needed to win this challenge. Join us to unleash your problem-solving skills with Google. So with that, we go to our next slide about the Flutter workshop, where you will learn how to build mobile apps.
So, what is Flutter exactly? Flutter is a UI framework used to develop mobile applications for both iOS and Android. Flutter is also used for developing web applications. So, Flutter is made of a single code-based language called Dart, which is very easy to learn. Like you just need to know what variables, how does the variables and functions work in Dart. Dart and Flutter are tools both developed by Google. Why do we need to use Flutter in our apps? So Flutter works very well with Firebase, and with that it is very easy to implement APIs in our apps, in our projects. And Flutter gives us unique experience, like it smoothens the UX and UI while scrolling through the app. Here at Developer Club, you will get a chance to learn how Flutter works with building real world projects, and which adds to the industry level experience in development.
All right, so in GDSC, we'll also be having AI/ML workshops. So AI/ML is a very popular field both in academia and in industry at the moment. So AI has a lot of use cases. For example, we can automate difficult tasks or tasks that take a long time quickly using machine learning libraries such as TensorFlow. And in addition to this, it also helps us solve complex or poorly defined problems and reduces cost and it enhances efficiency. So in these in these AI/ML workshops, you'll mainly be focusing on TensorFlow, which is an open source software library, and this library has a lot of different machine learning algorithms, and you'll be able to build very cool projects. So for example, if you're into football, we can build a predictor for whether a player in the NFL makes a Hall of Fame.
So for the Google Cloud Platform workshop, so you'll be working on the Google Cloud Platform and get free credit. So we want you to come and work through the GCP's Quick Lab, and you won't only get certification for the Quick Lab, you also get experience using Google Clouds and computing services for free. So here's a small picture where you can have an idea of how much Google Cloud can offer you. All these services like compute, big data, tools management, AI, and also you got networking and also storage. So you have it has a lot to offer. And then on top of that, come and take part in our Google Cloud Study Jams, where you'll be able to follow along to boost your resume and get experience.
All right, now I'll talk a little bit about the MIT Missing Semester Workshop. So basically, classes teach you a lot of different things, but there's one thing that it kind of lacks in its teaching depth, and that's basically proficiency with the tools that you're going to be using in the industry, right? So what we're going to try and do is teach you how to master the tools that you're going to be using in the industry. This is things like the command line, Git, scripting, stuff like that, and basically stuff that you've only really interacted with maybe with the classes server at LSU. Like, other than that, you kind of have to just read online about stuff like this. So we're trying to give you a really easy course, something that's actually made by MIT. So you know it's MIT, you know it's the real deal, and hopefully it can just get you better prepared for an internship if that's what you're looking for, or actually going into the field.
All right, So not only in addition to learning those skills outside the classroom, we'll also have some preparation for interviews. As you know, as computer scientists, we have some of the weirdest interview processes. You have to get tested on your coding skills right there in person. And so that's something that we want to get you guys ready for. You learn a lot of stuff in class. We want to get you prepared for those technical interviews so that you can excel and get those big paying jobs. And so we'll be doing that. We'll go over behavioral interviews. We'll also go over coding questions, not only just how you solve it, but being able to talk to interviewers about your thought process, through solving those problems. Being able to talk your way, even if you don't know the problem. Being able to ask your interviewer questions, being able to learn more about just getting those top tier jobs. And we'll be doing that using Leak Code. We'll be doing that using agile methodologies and other various tools. So.
So just to close off on some of the sessions that we're going to be offering for you guys this year. So we understand, like I said earlier, that a lot of us have a very broad or a very deep breadth of the computer science curriculum at LSU that we've covered. Some people here might be taking 1253 with Professor Duncan, or somebody might be taking software systems with Nash in their very final semester. And so we get that a lot of people here might come from various different skill sets, and we want part of being a member of GDSC to mean that you can come to us whenever you have questions or things. So we have our Discord server that you guys are free to ask us questions in if you need help with anything. We're also going to be having some group study sessions once it starts to get closer to the dreaded midterm and final season, which midterms are coming up in a few weeks. So I know we're all starting to feel that pressure, and we want to just be able to be there to help you guys if you guys are kind of struggling with something that we might be a little bit proficient in, to kind of help spread that knowledge to you so you can be successful and apply that in your future classes just to help become a better developer as a whole.
All right, thank you, Nick. So this is actually going to bring us to our live coding session, like the same thing we've been promoting this whole time. So we have with us Rohan Katkol, and he's our previous president, the former president of GDSC, and he just recently graduated last year. And I'm going to introduce him to y'all and then have him up on the Zoom. I'll pull that up right now. Let me see. Okay. He's in Buffalo, unfortunately, which he'll explain. Okay, Rohan, you're now live. You can unmute.
Perfect. Hi, just to confirm before I begin, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Rohan.
Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Rohan. I'm going to talk a little bit about Flutter. It's this cross-platform framework for Android, iOS, web, and for desktop. So it covers a lot. But before I even begin talking about Flutter, you might be wondering, well, why should we even listen to this guy? I mean, he's not even there. What's his connection with the club or with LSU? Who is this person? A little bit about me. So I started this club in 2019. I applied to this program when it just came in the US, and I was very lucky and grateful to be able to get a chance to start this club. And our core team at that time worked incredibly hard and brought this club to where it is now. And with Adam and the way I've been through some of his meetings, and Adam and the core team seem to have a good grasp of what events that they want to do, and I'm always there to help wherever I can. So I'm sure that they're going to take it even further and make this club like one of the best tech clubs in LSU. I mean, they really have what it takes. In 2020, we hosted a lot of workshops, and again, this is the part where I'm very excited about because my field is Flutter and Android. So I was able to get a chance to present at these workshops, and we did it on YouTube Live during the COVID pandemic times. And so we were very lucky to get over 6,000 views total, and our first episode itself got over like 5,500 views, from all over, from GDSCs all over North America, so US and Canada, and also some parts of Asia and Africa. So that was, I was really honored to be a part of that. 2021, I interned at Bentley Systems. And 2022, just about 4 months ago, I graduated from LSU. So that's where, I'm an LSU student. So, I'm an LSU Tiger. I graduated. Very honored to receive the University Medal and also the McLaughlin Medal for getting the highest GPA in the College of Engineering. And now I moved to Buffalo, New York to stay close to my family in Canada. And I'm a associate software engineer at Bentley Systems and a software architect at Crimer. The workshops that I mentioned, we went all the way from the beginner level. So we had some simple Flutter workshops where each at each day, so at each workshop, we would build one app. So we would go start almost from scratch. So our first workshop, we built something simple like a Hello World app. So it's just Hello World in the app bar and center text. Then we had a favorite celebrities where this was just on how to create a column of tiles or of cards and how to scroll through them. So as you can see, it's progressively getting slightly more complex, touching on skills that get slightly more challenging. And finally, we had a love calculator, which is you enter 2 names and you click on the button and it sends a network request to a fake API that just returns a random percentage. It's of course not real. If you type 2 names, the compatibility percentage is fake. It was just a funny thing that we had. So that was one of the apps we did. We had, and then we went to the intermediate level where we had a few apps for our favorite, or at least a list of all dog breeds, along with information like their height, weight, and what's their breed known for. We had an app that downloads the latest currency conversion data, so you can know $1 US equals how much. And finally, we had this is not live. I mean, this is not taking dynamic data, but this is an app that is we just built a UI. We wanted to focus on how to use Flutter to build some of those beautiful UIs that you see on some of the modern apps out in the market. So these are some of the apps that we did, and we hope to have similar apps in our upcoming Flutter workshops, and that's why we are showing this, is to get you excited on what you can expect in some of the upcoming workshops. One of the main things of attending workshops hosted by a club that's partnered with Google is we are very lucky sometimes to be able to do some events along with some people from the Google team, or people from Google. So about a year ago or so, we had the privilege of doing a fireside chat with none other than Chris Sells himself. Chris Sells, if you don't know, he's the product manager on the Flutter team. So it was very nice to have him there and talk a little bit about Flutter and how he sees Flutter and how Flutter was, how people are using Flutter. And it was March 2021 when Flutter 2.0 came out. It was a very big deal then because it became stable on the web. So at that time, we were talking about what it means for web developers who want to transition to Flutter. So we had a fireside chat then with Chris Sells and some other Google developer experts. So if things go well, we hope to have something like this in the future. Also, we do many collaborative events. For instance, not too long ago, so it was just February of this year, we hosted a collaborative event with Texas A&M. So our neighbors out in the West. We hosted a workshop with them, talking a little bit about Flutter. It was a very basic Flutter workshop, just a 1-hour workshop. But it was a great chance for folks from LSU and folks from Texas A&M to, for you to make new connections and to see what it's like to, let's say, attend a workshop that some parts of it is done by Texas A&M. You get a view from other universities also. And well, I think I don't know if there are any Texas folks out there, any folks from Texas that are studying at LSU or not, but I think the folks who aren't from Texas, we all can agree when we say that LSU can take on Texas A&M anytime. Any day, let LSU and the LSU Tigers and the A&M Aggies go head-to-head in a football match. We're going to take them down easy. I mean, we've got them. I might have graduated from LSU. I might have moved out of Baton Rouge, but my fervent Tiger spirit has not left. It's still with me, and I'm a very proud LSU Tiger. This spirit is going to go all the way to my grave. It's going to go, or even beyond. Even in my next life, I'm going to be a proud LSU Tiger. In my next life, I'm going to be wondering, like, why am I so fascinated by tigers? And I'm going to go to a psychic, and then the psychic will be like, well, in your previous life, you were an LSU Tiger, and that's why you are so fascinated with tigers. This is my prediction. We also did a couple of Android workshops. So this is in native Android, so this is not cross-platform, so it's pure native. We did it in Java. We hosted very simple apps, like just a Hello World app, and an app that shows an image of a celebrity, so Conan O'Brien, a comedian, and a button. A currency converter app, where we had a text input, and then a couple of buttons, so you can convert it to just 3 currencies. We want to keep it simple. We also had an app that shows images of movies, and you can click on next movie to show the next movie. We also had an app for jokes. So if you click on next joke, it shows you a next joke. And we spoke about accessibility, so how to how to make your apps for like localization, so how to have your apps work in different languages. So here we changed it to German, and the app would work in German. So we spoke about that. Then this was a random dice throwing app. So you can just click on the roll button and it shows you random dice. This was an app we built when the LSU versus Alabama match was it was the talk of everyone on campus. So we built a simple X and 0 game, or tic-tac-toe game, with LSU and Alabama logos as tokens. And this is an app for dogs, just a couple of dogs, and it was a little fun that we had. Before I proceed, I just want to mention that like all the skills that I learned, especially in Android, I have to thank none other than the main man himself, Dr. Duncan. So a little bit about why I say this is, when I was a freshman at LSU, I was a Dr. Duncan student in his 1350 class, and he taught me Java, and I was new to it, and I was fascinated with computer science, much like some freshmen might be here. And so I used to go to his office hours and ask him questions, and he was very friendly and welcoming, and he answered all my questions and taught me a lot, even outside of the class syllabus, and also taught me a lot about Android. He answered my questions, so I'm very grateful to him, and a big thank you to Dr. Duncan. Enough said about all these apps. Like, that's enough. It's boring, Rohan. Let's see something interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a simple app in Flutter. And this app, we're going to do it live. Usually in our proper Flutter workshops, what we do is we code the app like from scratch, and it's like a very comprehensive app. But today it's just going to be very simple. We're just going to have a Joe Burrow app. We all are big fans of Joe Burrow. So if you have just joined new to LSU, he is a legend for LSU football. He was the reason why we won the championship back in 2019. So he was a quarterback, and now he plays for the Bengals, I believe. I don't follow football, but this man, Joe Burrow, he's a legend here at LSU. So we'll build a simple app where we just show his name and an image. If you want to see the finished version, you could head over to redirect.gdclsu.com/Joe-Burrow-app. And just to show you, how to, code something live, or just how easy Flutter is to use, you could head over to dartpad.dev, or you can just search in your favorite search engine for dartpad and click on the first result. And you can click on new pad and click on Flutter. So dartpad is, you can think of it as an environment where you can, again, this is not very comprehensive, so you can't build a whole lot of things with it, but something simple as what we're going to do today is great. Dartpad supports this well. So you can type your code here and you should see the result here. So what we're going to do first is we're going to click on run. And this is the starter code that Flutter has provided us with, or Dartpad has provided us with. So we are going to see just hello world here, right? Now what we're going to do is, let's start building our app. So let us delete these lines here. And the goal of this is just to show you how easy it is to build with Flutter. So I would recommend just focus your attention from lines 29 onwards, and you can ignore this. I promise you, this is just, this might look a bit intimidating now, but I promise you it's just standard Flutter boilerplate code. So it's going to be second nature to you when you start your Flutter journey. So don't worry about that. What we're going to do is just, we want to return a column. And this column here, it takes in children, and children is an array. So a column is similar to like the flex, like the display flex in web development that has a flex direction of like the vertical. So column is like a vertical arrangement, so it's similar to that. First, we have a text, and here we just say Joe Burrow, and you can make a heart here. And below that, we have one of his images. So we just type here image.network, since we are going to take image from the web, and we have to pass the URL here. So what we're going to do is we are going to head over to, let's just search Joe Burrow, and let's get some of his images. And all right, we'll take this image from Wikipedia for. So let's take this, and we can click on open image in a new tab or copy image address and basically get this URL from here, and you can paste it here. And that's it. If we click on run, if everything goes well, we should see a column. So it's a vertical arrangement of a text and an image below it. So let's just hope this works. Perfect. And we do see text here, so it's pretty small. I hope you can see it in the BEC classroom, and also an image here. Now you might be thinking the text is too small. Let's style this text and make it bigger, because if you remember our completed version, the text was slightly bigger. So what we can do is, and here this gives us a good chance to demonstrate something that is like one of the main advantages of using Flutter. So Flutter over web development. So let's say you had to do this styling in web development. You'd have to, let's say, so this would be your HTML file. You'll have to give a class to this, or an ID, or you could target the actual, the H1 tag, or something similar to that. And you have to create a new CSS file and then have a selector to select this tag. But in Flutter, one of the cool things is everything is done in the same language, Dart. So all you got to do here is between these parentheses here. So that's the description of this widget here. Widget is the synonym for tag, or is the analog of tag in HTML. So here you can just type style and give it an attribute of text style. And here you can just pass in a font size of something like 40. So the unit here is logical pixels. You don't need to specify it. And we could even make the font slightly bolder by saying font weight dot bold. And now if you click on run, that should hopefully style this text with slightly bigger text size and also slightly thicker strokes. So the font weight should be bold. And as you can see, the text size has changed. And so that's how easy it was to style text in Flutter. And now this image, it seems to be, let's hide this here, seems to be going off the screen. So what we're going to do is we want this image to stay within the bounds of the screen. It's simple in Flutter. All you need to do is just wrap it. So Flutter is, you're going to use a whole lot of composition here. So you're going to wrap this image tag that we had here, our image widget, with this extended widget. This extended widget here. Oh yes, here we'll have to pass this tag as the child attribute. So you can think of these as props if you are used to React. So the child prop is this tag here. And now if we click on run, we should hope to see the image within the bounds. And if not, there's one more thing that I just recollected that, all right, so that works. If the image was smaller, we have to do, so we can talk about it now, is there's a prop, an attribute called fit that takes in box fit.cover. So this is similar to like the object fit that you have in CSS. So we would have done that, but looks like it works without it. So that's good. So this was a quick demo that we did just to show how easy it is to build with Flutter. We haven't even, like, we aren't really covering Flutter here. This is just here to show you how easy it is and to get your get you interested in Flutter and the workshops that we have. So to recap, we just had a text and an image, and we styled it in less than 10 minutes, I would say. So now you might be wondering, all right, you showed us all the apps that you have built, that we all have built before at our previous workshops. You have shown us all our Flutter apps. You have shown all the Android apps that our GDC has done. And you've also done live coding and shown a little bit of Flutter. But what's in it for me? I do not enjoy all of this. This is all boring. Rohan, you wasted my time. For you folks, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what's that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just being told that actually the LSU president, Dr. Tate, William Tate, is actually watching our live stream. I'm pretty surprised about this. And what's that? He's actually tweeted. He has done a tweet about this. All right, I'm not sure what it is. Billy, I'm sorry, he's our producer. Billy, could you just put it up on the screen? It's a tweet, and he's saying Dr. Duncan and all other CS professors, all those who attended this event should get an A+ in your classes. Oh, all right. So that's Dr. Duncan. I guess if there are any students of yours in this class who have attended here, you should give them an A+. This is it's not. I mean, this is the LSU president. You have to listen to the LSU president. So folks who attended here, all your CS professors are going to give you an A+. So this tweet is totally real. It's not edited in any way. Although I should mention for legal purposes, this is an edited tweet. The next thing you know is LSU will, you don't want them to take any legal action against me. I mean, I've already paid so much fees to LSU, I don't want to pay any more money in any ways. I love LSU, but I think I'm going to come clean and say this was a joke tweet. Let's avoid some legal troubles here. But that's all. That's it from my side. I hope you are excited about some of the Flutter and the Android apps that we have shown. I hope that's given you some interest in mobile development if you didn't have it before. And if you had interest in mobile development, I hope it's gotten even better. And for all, I hope that you have found a reason to attend our Flutter and also all the other workshops that we have planned. So that's it from my side. Thanks for attending, and go Tigers.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you. Let's give Rohan a round of applause.
Thank you.
That was a good thing you clarified that it was fake, because I think they were going to try to sue you.
Yeah, just want to make it clear because right now I just started working, but I don't have enough. So I've spent it all on. Actually, I've invested in crypto and I've lost all my money there. So, and I've also I've lost a couple of. I've been suffering from some hair fall problems. It's just nothing to do with my hair fall. It's just whenever I type on Google what is crypto and what is NFTs, and I read the definition, I just get so confused that I start pulling my own hair in confusion. That when I take my hand off, it's just like hair follicles in my hand, and I have to stop. It's an addiction to try to learn what crypto is, and never understand it. So one day I'm gonna stop my addiction of crypto and stop my hair fall and stop losing money. But until then, yeah, I gotta come clean. That was just a joke.
All right. Thank you, Rohan. We're going to continue on with the rest of the slides. Thank you for coming to talk to us. I liked it. I thought it really showed like what Flutter could be capable of, and I think it might have gotten some students interested.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, and I'm glad to be here. Go Tigers. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Rohan.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So we'll switch back to our slides. All right. Okay. So, one last thing, talking about our swag, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, to get more into the detail of what we're going to be giving away, right? There's backpacks, there's hydro flasks, we have t-shirts, like the ones we're wearing here, stickers, pennants, and I just actually recently ordered a new swag shipment that has hoodies for the cold coming up. And we also got like mouse pads that are like portable and foldable, stuff like that. So we have a lot of swag, a lot of cool, neat, free stuff that I'm sure everyone loves free stuff. So we're gonna be doing a raffling system. Once we get to more of a habit of like how many people show up, how many people are on on retainment, that are actually coming back continuously, then we'll start having like giveaways and whatnot. But for now, we're just gonna keep it to raffling. We're just gonna be raffling off things. The more events you come to, the more entries you have. Simple as that. And then you're most likely gonna win something eventually because we have a lot to give away. And actually, the people who attended this info session, we're gonna have a feedback form on our sign-up sheet. On our Discord that y'all can go fill out, leave your email, and you'll be automatically entered to our first giveaway. All right, you can come up, Azmi. Let's see.
So this is our Connect With Us slide. We are on all these platforms on social media. We're on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, GitHub, Discord, and we have a Gmail too. So for YouTube and Twitch, that's where we're going to be streaming all of our events and our workshops. And YouTube is DSC LSU, and our Twitch is DSC_LSU. For Instagram, that's where we're going to be promoting all of our events. We're going to be basically, posting about previous events, all that good junk. That is DSC_LSU. Our Discord, there's the QR code if any of y'all want to scan it real quick. That's where we're going to be giving a lot of information about upcoming events and the things to come. And our GitHub at DSC-LSU, that is where we're going to be posting our workshops. And you guys can email us at any time at teamdsc.lsu@gmail.com if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that. Yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. All right, just to elaborate a little bit on the Discord thing, make sure if you do intend on coming to our future meetings, which I hope you all do, that's going to be our main center of operation. That's where we're going to be updating everyone like a lot, right? Like even like RSVP links, and that's a way for us to get a good head count of things. So what I have up here is a promotion slide that the Google Developers Group president sent me. Her name is Katie Ives, and they're hosting a Dev Fest which is actually a pretty big event in the Google community. I think the last one Louisiana had was like in New Orleans in like 2016 or 17, I believe. So it's a pretty big event, and it's right here on campus. It's actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's here at the BEC. So be sure to RSVP. You can scan the QR code. There's going to be opportunities to network with actual industry leaders, like people who have jobs in the field, people who have jobs using Google technologies. Basically, it's the perfect networking event for someone who's been struggling to network and has been struggling to find a good place for them. This would be a very good place for y'all to come to. We're going to be holding a table there. We're going to have a GDSC table, so you can stop by, say hey, be like, represent, say I'm a member of the GDSC already, and then they'll love it. They're actually wanting people to reserve now, like RSVP soon, because they're having a head count for food. It's going to be lunch, food. It's an all-day event on the 29th, but you can literally just go whenever you want and then leave whenever you want as well. All right, and that'll probably end it. If anyone has any questions, I'll probably just elaborate on one more thing. 1 second. I'll go to it. It was actually on May's profile slide. So this, okay, yeah. So this barcode, we kind of skipped past it whenever we were going through the slides and whatnot. But that's where you're gonna have to, there's gonna be a form for our sign-up sheet for the Google Solutions Challenge. So basically May is the lead for that. And she's gonna be in charge of organizing a team to compete at this, like, basically this competition, right? And it's all over the world. I think last year there was Team Italy and like Team Japan, like in the finals. And like, basically it's very competitive, it's very fun, and you can really get a lot of good experience. And at the end of the day, one big thing I want to touch on is everything we do here goes on your resume. And that's a really big thing for some people. Some people are struggling right now because their resume looks kind of blank, or they don't have enough on it, not enough extracurricular activities. This is the place for you, because you could come to the events you want to work on, you come to the workshops you need help with, and then you can also get experience and network opportunities. So I'll just leave this up for anyone who's interested. When you join the Discord, you should see either tonight or tomorrow a feedback form. If you've came, leave your name, leave your email. That way you'll be entered into the giveaway, and you'll also be entered into our newsletter for future events. So if that's it, there's snacks on the way out. There was also snacks on the way in. So if y'all want to pick them up, they're for y'all. So that'll probably end it for here.
Let's go, Adam.
Thank you. And by YouTube, this was also a hybrid event, I should say that. We were currently streaming this on YouTube as we were doing this. So if there are days where you're like, man, I really don't want to leave my bed right now, join us through YouTube, right? Have it up on a separate monitor. You don't even have to really pay attention, or you can really grind it out and pay attention and like follow along. But that's about it. Thank you guys. Thank y'all for coming. And I'll end the stream right now. All right, thank you, YouTube.